A very good morning, class. In the last video, we talked about the importance of forest. Then we began with the types of forest, different types of forest, in which we saw about the first one, evergreen forest. We talked about the examples of evergreen forest. What are the basic examples of evergreen forest? Today we'll take the second one, that is deciduous forest. What is a deciduous forest and what are its examples? Page number 79, chapter number 12. The trees in this forest shed their leaves in the summer season. These are basically grown in the summer season. That means the wood or the inside core part of the wood would be very hard enough. Less of water required. So these trees can be grown basically into those areas wherein there is scanty of rainfall or where there is less of rainfall. The main trees found in the deciduous forest are sal, sesame and teak. Wood of this tree is used for making furniture and other building material. These woods are very costly woods and are used for different purposes. Some of the purposes are for construction of buildings, for the furniture purpose or for the other purposes even. And since it's found in the summer season or it's grown basically in a summer based regions, so this requires less of water. That is why the material or the wood are basically hard from inside. You'll find these forests in the southern plateaus and along the foothills of the Himalayas. Two regions wherein you can find, one is southern plateau, the other is the foothills of the Himalayas, that is lower part of the Himalayas, wherein you can find these type of trees or the type of forests. And these are very costly woods and are used for the commercial purposes. Different commercial purposes can be achieved, or different benefits are achieved by the seller when they sell these woods into the market. The third is thorny forest. As the name suggests, thorny forest means a forest which is of thorn shape or which is a thorn structure. The leaves are of thorn shape, means they are of a pointed type like a needle, and they grow tall, and they are basically found in the areas of Rajasthan, MP and UP. These even require lesser water. Trees in the thorny forest have thorns and long roots. They can live without water for a long time. The thorny forests are found in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. One important aspect is these do not require regular water, or they can live without water for a longer period of time. Common trees of thorny forest are babul, cactus and kikar. These are different types of forests which are found. The examples are babul, kikar and cactus. Next is coniferous forest. Coniferous forests are found in the higher Himalayan mountains and parts of the Nilgiri hills. There are two basic areas wherein these are found. One is higher Himalayan hills and the other is Nilgiri hills. Coniferous trees are tall and pointed and have needle-shaped leaves. The leaves of these plants or these forests are basically needle-shaped and they are very pointed over. These trees bear cones. The main trees in this forest are chir, deodar, fir and spruce. The pulp of these trees are used for making the papers. The pulp or the inside part of the trees are used for making the papers. And these trees even generate a subtype of oil. It is known as terpene oil. And the last is tidal forest. Tidal forests are found in the deltas of Ganga, Mahanadi and Godavari. Now, as you can see the names, these are found on the bank of the river Ganga, Mahanadi and Godavari. So tidal forests are basically those forests which are found on the banks of a particular river. Okay, wherein they get a good mud, wherein they get a good spruce or mangrove, with the help of which, with the help of that mud, that filtered mud, they grow up and they require a good amount of water. Tidal forests are found in the deltas of Ganga, Mahanadi and Godavari. A tree called Sundri or mangrove is found in the Ganga delta. What is mangrove? Mangrove is basically the tropical trees that grows in the mud at the edge of river. That grows in the mud at the edge of a river. So this area is called Sundarbans. Since the Sundri tree is found or Sundri forest is found, so that is why this tree or area is called as Sundarbans. A country should have at least 1/3 of its total area under forest. Now this is the expectancy or this is the demand from the environmentalist side. They demand this, that a country must be blessed about 1/3 of its area should be in the forest region, or 33% of the area should be covered by the forest only. But only about 1/5 of our country is under forest. But the sad part is that only 20% of the total area is under the forest part. Rest of the 80% not fall under the forest area. Trees have been cut down to meet the demands of growing population. And day by day it is synchronizing, it is decreasing. The basic reason is that the population and their demands are increasing at every level. That is why in order to fulfill the demands, the trees are to be cut down. So this should be stopped, and rather some more implementive steps should be taken by the government to increase the forest area somewhere down the line to 1/3. So with this we come to the end of the topic. Next class we shall discuss about the conservation of forest. Why is the conservation of forest so very important for us? Thank you, class.